I don't want. Okay, I don't want us to have. I told you where the vehicle is.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on BeeTv Major News at 6. Reaching you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital. I am Evelyn Isabelle, and now to the news in details. The Edo State government has announced the approval of 3 individuals as commissioner designates by the governor, His Excellency Senator Monday Okwebolo. The nominees are Dr. Elizabeth Ebusele, Honorable Christopher Okaibe, and Honorable Festus Odianose Ebai, JP, as their names have been forwarded to the Edo State House of Assembly for screening and confirmation. The report.
Dr. Elizabeth Onome Ebosele is a development economist, public policy expert, and humanitarian. She studied business administration at the University of Benin and has served as technical advisor on budget and national planning at the federal level. She was a member of the Technical Working Group on Cross-Cutting Issues for the Medium-Term National Development Plan from 2021 to 2025. Her areas of expertise include project planning, renewable energy, ICT, and grassroots development. Honorable Christopher Okaiben, a seasoned politician and a legislator, holds a bachelor's and master's degrees in banking and finance from the University of Benin. In a statement issued on Thursday in Benin City. Their nominations by Governor Monday Okwebolo reflect the administration's drive to strengthen governance with experienced professionals and seasoned politicians. The final confirmation now rests with the Edo State House of Assembly. Gift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
The residents of Idunwiye community in Uwonde local government area of Edo State have commended the member representing Orionwo and Uwonde federal constituency in the House of Representatives, Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Osawaru, for facilitating the construction of their road. They expressed their appreciation to Chief Billy Osawaru during an inspection of the road by some of his aides, describing the project as a major relief that has eased movement.
We want to use the opportunity to thank him very much for this wonderful project.
The construction of Idunwiye Road in Uwonde local government.
Very much for this wonderful project.
The construction of Idunwiye Road in Uwonde local government area, a major route linking several communities, has been fully completed with asphalt and drainage, now allowing a smooth ride for motorists. During an inspection of Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Osawaru's project by some of his aides, led by Chief of Staff Honorable Lawson, indigenes of the community used the opportunity to express their gratitude to the member representing Orionwo and Uwonde federal constituency, Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Osawaru, for the project, stating that it has eased their movement and revived socio-economic activities in the area.
I want to thank our Honorable Billy Osawaru, the Honorable member representing Orionwo and Uwonde constituency. And we want to use the opportunity to thank him very much for this wonderful project. As you can see, it's a thing of joy to see.
In transformer to us, he has told us that engineers have come to site in that regard, so we are expecting that from any moment from now, and we pray that the good Lord will empower him not only to do in his village, but also to do around the villages in his constituency.
In a related development, the aides, Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Osawaru, also inspected the ongoing construction of a youth recreation and multipurpose event hall at Idunwiye community. During the inspection, an ongoing massive bridge construction project at
This is the almost constructed bridge facilitated by Honorable Billy. As we speak, the bridge is about 80% completion. What remains now is to connect the other road coming from the main community, linking the bridge then connecting the other side of it. So this is what Honorable Billy have done, and very soon we are coming here for the commissioning. So we want to thank him for the good work he has been doing. Just to feed, this is road, this is the river.
Yes.
The bridge has been constructed.
Yes,
thank you, Honorable Billy.
Yes.
We are happy.
Yes.
People of Omonde and Honorable is happy with you.
Yes, sir.
Can I go?
Yes, sir.
The team also inspected the solar power borehole constructed by Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Osawao in Egua Hollow.
Is pleased to announce that Right Reverend Dr. Matthew Okwebelo, the Chairman and Managing Director of Royal as guests of honor at the organization's second anniversary celebration and the official launch of
My people of Edo State, development is not a miracle. It is the result of responsibility and action. You want good roads, quality hospitals, schools, jobs for our youth? Then you must understand this simple truth. Government cannot perform without your tax. Government will fix schools, build roads, light up communities if the people pay their tax. That's how governance works. It is not about politics. It is about progress. When you pay your tax, you are not helping the government. You are helping yourself. You are helping your family and your future. Don't wait to be chased. Do the right thing. Be part of building the new Edo State. Pay your tax with pride. Let us build Edo together. Let us build Edo together. This message is brought to you by Edo State Internal Revenue Service,
EIRS, administering revenue for service and development.
We sincerely apologize for the sudden break in transmission. Ahead of the much anticipated BeeTv News second anniversary celebration, the management of the organization is pleased to announce that Right Reverend Dr. Matthew Okwebelo, the chairman and managing director of Royal Construction Company and a noted philanthropist and clergyman, has been invited to serve as guest of honor at the organization's second anniversary celebration and the official launch of the BeeTv News Foundation, scheduled for Saturday, October 18, 2025, at the Victor Owaifo Creative Hub, Airport Road, Benin City. Right Reverend Dr. Okwebelo is widely recognized in Edo State, Nigeria, and beyond for a rare combination of business leadership, community investment, and faith-driven service. He founded what is today Royal Construction Company, an engineering and construction group that has delivered roads, bridges, and healthcare infrastructure across Edo State and beyond, and has repeatedly used its resources to support education, healthcare, and social welfare projects. Across recent years, Right Reverend Dr. Okwebelo has funded and overseen high-impact projects that address urgent community needs. Notable examples include sponsorship of the construction of an accident and emergency facility, donations to specialist hospitals, and the establishment of a geriatric care and research center acts of philanthropy that has drawn praise from medical and civic leaders for their practical, life-changing impact. Beyond infrastructure and charity, Right Reverend Dr. Okwebelo's life story is one of sustained commitment to human development. A clergyman with decades of ministry, he has combined pastoral care with social entrepreneurship, earning honorable doctorates in recognition of his community work and service. His leadership of Royal has also created employment and skill opportunities for many Nigerians, helping to strengthen local economics. BeeTv News invited Right Reverend Dr. Okwebelo because his record of civic investment mirrors the mission of the BeeTv News Foundation to translate storytelling into tangible social impact. His acceptance as guest of honor will underscore the foundation's pledge to support education, health, agriculture, and youth empowerment initiatives across Edo State and serve as a public example of private sector partnership for community development. Best Orator, MD, and CEO of BeeTv serve as guests of honor. his practical generosity and long record of platforms into projects, headlines into help, and stories into sustained community uplift. The BeeTv News second anniversary will gather public leaders, media practitioners, community and collective action under the theme, Nigeria's Future, Bleak or Bright, the Role of the Media. The program will include a keynote address, the presentation of the BeeTv News Icon of the Year Award, cultural showcases, and the launch of the BeeTv News Foundation. Councillors of Oredo local government area have paid a courtesy visit to the acting chairman, Honorable Gabriel Iduseri, at the council secretariat in Benin City. The visit was aimed at strengthening collaboration between the legislative arm and the executive for effective governance in the council area. The reports.
I'm a listening person, be able to listen to them, to hear what they are saying, what their yearnings are, what they will need, what they want, and what their cry is.
The councillors pledged their support and cooperation to the acting chairman, Honorable Gabriel Iduseri, as he assumes office with assurance of working together to drive development and deliver democratic dividends to the people. During the meeting, the councillors congratulated Honorable Iduseri on his recent assumption of office as acting chairman of the local government and pledged their commitment to work with him to ensure the delivery of...
It's a well-deserved right for you at this point in time. Let's clap for that.
To commence with the acting chairman, please say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. That is it. So once the legislature is already to do.
Media literacy and community development across Edo State and beyond. Because it's Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
The leadership of the opposition coalition has demanded that its members resign from their current political parties and join the African Democratic Congress fully, although it gave no specific deadline for the transition, the Punch reports. The National Publicity Secretary of the ADC, Bolaji Abdullahi, stated this in Abuja on Thursday following a caucus meeting that included senior party leaders and prominent political figures. The All Progressive Congress and the People Democratic Party have dismissed a directive by the African Democratic Congress directing prospective members in other parties to decamp to the ADC ahead of the 2027 general elections. The APC and PDP said the move by the coalition posed no threat and would have no impact on them. Since the ADC was introduced in July 2nd as the coalition platform to challenge President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 elections, a few opposition leaders have switched parties to join it. However, most have yet to formally leave their existing parties. For instance, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar left the People's Democratic Party but has not officially joined the ADC. Similarly, Peter Obi, the Labour Party 2023 presidential candidate, and several others continue to remain in their respective parties despite associating themselves with the coalition. Abdullahi also stated that all matters related to the African Democratic Association have now been resolved. He also mentioned that the National Working Committee will soon release the schedule for primary election in Osun and Ekiti states in preparation for the upcoming off-cycle governorship polls. Attendees at the meeting included National Chairman David Mark, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, National Secretary Ogbeni Rufo, former Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasser El-Rufai, former Sokoto State Governor Senator Aminu Tabuwal, and former Rivers State Governor Chibuike Amechi. In Ibadan, Oyo State, the coronation of Rashid Adewale Ladoja as the 40th As the 44 Olubadan is set to draw numerous dignitaries and residents alike, more than a royal ceremony, the event stands as a powerful symbol of heritage, unity, and the enduring legacy of Ladoja as respected businessman and seasoned politician. He was born on the 25th of September 1944 in Gambari, Ibadan. He attended Ibadan School and Olivet Baptist High School, after which he moved to the University of Liège in Belgium for a degree in mechanical engineering. His political journey began in 1991 when he was elected senator under the SDP during the short-lived Third Republic. Rashid Ladoja was elected governor in 2023 on the platform on the People's Democratic Party. He was controversially impeached in 2006 but reinstated by the Supreme Court later that year, finishing his term in 2007. And after leaving the PDP, he came up with the Accord Party and later associated with the ADC and the Zenith Labour Party. He also rose through the traditional Ibadan hierarchy to become quad of the most senior civil line chief and now the 44th Olubadan of Ibadan land. The Federal High Court has dismissed the application filed by the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, requesting his transfer to the National Hospital in Abuja for medical treatment. Trial Justice James Omotosho, in his ruling, directed the president of the Nigerian Medical Association to constitute an investigative committee to inspect the DSS medical facility and consider if Mr. Kanu can be catered for also in this facility. Also, the committee is to ascertain if there is a need to move Mr. Kanu to the National Hospital. The committee is to investigate if his health status makes him unfit to attend the trial. An 8-member committee is to be constituted comprising 8 members who have experience relating to the medical issues of Mr. Kanu and the Chief Medical Director of the Abuja National Hospital to be a member of this panel. The report is expected to be filed in court within 8 days. We'll go on a short break and we will be right back shortly. Stay with us.
Special invitation, 10 years of fun memories. The MU Odubu and Osunde families, both of Orion local government area of Edo State, specially invite you to the 10-year memorial Thanksgiving service of our daughter, wife, mother, and grandmother, Mrs. Imwegbeyogo Odubu, taking place on Sunday, the 28th day of September 2025 at St. Francis Catholic Church, College Road off Ekema Road, Benin City, Edo State at 8:30 a.m. The Thanksgiving service will be followed by a reception thereafter at Gloria Garden, Frederick Hall, number 14, Commercial Avenue off Ikpopan Road, GRA, Benin City, Edo State at 1 p.m. Mommy, 10 years ago seems like just 10 days ago. We miss you now and always. However, we are consoled by the good legacy you left behind and the motherly care and advice that you gave us. Continue to rest our dear mommy until we meet again to part no more. Signed, His Excellency, Right Honorable Dr. Pius Igberare Odubu, former Deputy Governor, Edo State. Today, we raise our voices, our hearts, and our songs in celebration of our Arioje, a woman of substance, a pillar of excellence, Mrs. Sonia Louis Ulami, a mother with a golden heart, a leader with vision, a friend to many, and a shining light to all. On this special day, we celebrate your grace, your wisdom, your kindness, and the countless lives you continue to inspire. Happy birthday, my dear wife, Mrs. Sonia Louis Ulami. May your days overflow with joy, your path with success, and your years with endless blessings. Today, tomorrow, and always, I will always celebrate you. Congratulations, my dear wife, for clocking another 365 days on planet Earth. This message is from your husband, Mr. Louis Ulame, Okaigele of Ohun Community.
My people of Edo State, development is not a miracle. It is the result of responsibility and action. You want good roads, quality hospitals, schools, jobs for our youth? Then you must understand this simple truth. Government cannot perform without your tax. Government will fix schools, build roads, light up communities if the people pay their tax. That's how governance works. It is not about politics. It is about progress. When you pay your tax, you are not helping the government. You are helping yourself. You are helping your family and your future. Don't wait to be chased. Do the right thing. Be part of building the new Edo State. Pay your tax with pride. Let us build Edo together. This message is brought to you by Edo State Internal Revenue Service.
EIRS, Administering Revenue for Service and Development.
Welcome back from that short break, and now reading from the business news. 4 major Nigerian banks, United Bank for Africa (UBA), Zenith Bank, Guarantee Trust Holding Company (GTCO), and Stanbic IBTC Holdings have declared interim dividends totaling approximately 135.49 billion naira for the half-year period ended July 30th, 2025. The reports. According to financial statements filed with the Nigerian Exchange Limited, Stanbic IBTC Holdings paid the highest interim dividend at 2.50 naira per 50 kobo ordinary share, amounting to 39.75 billion naira, subject to applicable withholding tax and regulatory approvals. Shareholders recorded in the company's register by October 6, 2025 are eligible for the payout. The announcement comes amid regulatory scrutiny over capital adequacy and provisioning levels, particularly for banks operating under regulatory forbearance. The Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) confirmed it had evaluated banks with large credit exposures and breaches of single obligor limits before issuing guidance on dividend payouts. Affected institutions have indicated efforts to resolve issues that required forbearance and to return to normal dividend distribution schedules. Data from Resonance Capital Africa shows that 6 Nigerian banks currently hold a combined $3.52 billion in forbearance loans. Following the Reset Monetary Policy Committee meeting, the CBN announced that all forbearance and waivers on single obligors have been terminated. The MPC stated that the termination was intended to improve transparency, risk management, and long-term financial stability in the sector. With regulatory conditions easing, analysts project that more banks will resume dividend payments in the upcoming quarters, further boosting investor confidence in Nigerian banking sector. MasterCard has expanded its strategic partnership with Smile ID, a pan-African identity verification provider, to accelerate the deployment of secure digital identity solutions across the continent. The extended collaboration aims to support banks, fintechs, telecoms, mobile money operators, and other enterprises in streamlining customer onboarding, reducing identity-related fraud, and complying with Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering regulations. The partnership integrates MasterCard identity and fraud prevention technologies with Smile ID capabilities in biometric verification and access to local government databases. The system enables real-time digital identity verification designed to function effectively across African markets and digital channels. As part of the agreement, MasterCard has made a minority equity investment in Smile ID, reinforcing its long-term interest in digital financial inclusion in Africa. The collaboration also positioned MasterCard to offer Smile ID's tools through its platform, enabling clients to conduct faster, more secure onboarding processes. Smile ID's integration with government and priority data sources provide enhanced coverage and authentication accuracy. The initiative aligns with the growing need for trusted digital identity infrastructure, especially as Africa's digital economy is projected to reach $1.5 trillion by 2030. The partnership is expected to support financial inclusion, prevent synthetic identity fraud, and facilitate cross-border digital commerce. The National Union of Electricity Employees (NUEE) has suspended its nationwide strike after the federal government intervened in the disputes involving the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) and the National Independent System Operators. The suspension followed a meeting convened by the Minister of Power in Abuja on Thursday with support from the Federal Ministry of Labour. The meeting included representatives from NUEE and the Senior Staff Association of Electricity and Allied Companies. During the negotiations, all parties signed a memorandum of understanding outlining steps to address the union's long-standing demands. As part of the agreement, a review of the report by a government-established committee on workers' grievances is scheduled for October 6th and 7th, 2025. Implementation of the agreed resolution is expected to begin by the end of the month. The MOU includes commitment from TCN and NISO to jointly assess the financial implications of the recommendations and develop an implementation plan. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission also agreed to expedite tariff reviews to enable execution of the reports. The agreement guarantees that no employee will be penalized for participating in the strike. The strike had resulted in the closure of the Oshogbo Regional Office, one of TCN's key operational centers, raising fears of nationwide blackout. A similar action by NUEE in June 2024 had disrupted power supply across several states. The resolution temporarily halts the industrial action, though the union had warned that failure to implement the agreements could result in a resumption of the strike. Evelyn Isabella reporting for BeeTv News.
Reading from the Global Scenes, a federal grand jury in the U.S. state of Virginia has indicated former FBI Director James Comey on 2 charges related to his testimony to Congress. The reports.
Mr. Comey, who has long drawn U.S. President Donald Trump's criticism, is accused of lying to Congress during his September 2020 testimony over whether he authorized the leak of classified information to the media. Responding to the indictment, Mr. Comey declared himself innocent and said he had great confidence in the federal judicial system. The indictment comes days after Trump called on the country's top leader enforcement officials and Attorney General Pam Bondi to more aggressively investigate his political adversaries, including Mr. Comey.
Family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump, but we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way. We will not live on our knees, and you shouldn't either. Somebody that I love dearly recently said that fear is the tool of a tyrant, and she's right. But I'm not afraid, and I hope you're not either. I hope instead you are engaged, you are paying attention, and you will vote like your beloved country depends upon it, which it does. My heart is broken for the Department of Justice, but I have great confidence in the federal judicial system, and I'm innocent. So let's have a trial and keep the faith.
The probe is being led by Lindsay Halligan, the U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, who was previously Trump's personal lawyer and took over her new role on Monday. Mr. Comey's arraignment, where charges are formally read out in front of a defendant in court, has been set for the morning of 9 October in Alexandria, Virginia at 10 a.m. local time. Bodie said in a statement that the indictment reflects this Department of Justice commitment to holding those who abuse positions of power accountable for misleading the American people. Mr. Comey has been charged with 1 count of making false statements and another of obstruction of justice. The first count relates to Mr. Comey telling the Senate Judiciary Committee that he had not authorized someone else at the FBI to be an anonymous source in news reports regarding his conversation with Trump over an FBI investigation into whether Russia meddled with the 2016 presidential election. The second count alleges that Mr. Comey did corruptly endeavor to influence, obstruct, and impede the Senate Judiciary Committee investigation by making false statements to it. The Justice Department asked the grand jury to consider 3 charges against Mr. Comey, but it could only agree that 2 of them were backed by enough evidence to be tried in court. The third count was another charge of making false statements. A grand jury is a group of citizens set up by a prosecutor to determine whether there is enough evidence for charges to be filed. In legal terms, it determines whether probable cause exists to believe a crime has been committed. Mr. Comey is the first ex-FBI director to be indicted for a crime, and he maintains that he has not lied under oath. If found guilty, he could face up to 5 years in prison. A lawyer for Mr. Comey, Patrick Fitzgerald, issued a short statement saying his client denied the charges. Mr. Comey said in a separate video statement, "My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump. We will not live on our knees, and you shouldn't either," he continued, adding that he is innocent and asked for the trial to begin. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Also reading from the entertainment news, Nigerian singer Arya Starr has been ranked the top female Afrobeats artist globally over the past year, according to data released by Spotify. At age 22, Arya Starr leads the chart based on streaming metrics, surpassing other notable female Afrobeats acts. Also, American teen influencer Zuza Bean dies at 14 after battle with cancer. Let's join BeeTv News God Gift Omone for details and more from the entertainment world.
Thames, a Grammy Award-winning Nigerian artist, ranked second. Limbiaka, an American-Cameroonian singer, placed third. The fourth and fifth positions were occupied by Aya Nakamura, a Malian-French artist, and Dako, a UK-based Nigerian artist, respectively. South African singer Tyler, despite receiving international recognition in the Afrobeat scene, was not included in the top 5 list. Spotify also released a regional breakdown of Afrobeat influence in Latin America. Rema ranked first. Driven by the global success of his hit song Calm Down, Arya Starr ranked second in the region, followed by CK, whose track Love Wantinti continues to perform well. Burna Boy and Wizkid completed the list, reflecting Nigeria's continued dominance in the global Afrobeat market. Nigerian musician Oluwatobiloba Daniel Anidugbe, professionally known as Kiss Daniel, has denied reports circulating online that his bank accounts were frozen and that he is involved in a legal dispute requiring him to pay 200,000 euros in damages. The singer issued an official statement on Thursday, categorically denying the existence of any court case of frozen financial assets. He also announced plans to initiate legal proceedings against the individuals or entities responsible for disseminating this false information. There is no public record of any legal action or court judgment involving Kiss Daniel, as alleged in the viral report. American social media influencer Zuza Bean has died at the age of 14, following an 11-year battle with acute myeloid leukemia. She passed away on September 22, 2025. Zuza was diagnosed with AML, a form of blood cancer, at a young age and underwent extensive treatment, including 3 bone marrow transplants and 5 cancer relapses over more than a decade. She gained prominence on social media platforms such as Instagram and TikTok, where she documented her cancer journey and advocated for childhood cancer awareness. Her posts frequently included awareness campaigns, hashtags, and educational content about living with AML. Zuza is survived by her parents, Ryan Bain, a physician assistant, and Dagmara Bain, a PhD holder in integrative medicine and health specialist. She also leaves behind her brother, Finn Bain, who, along with her parents, played a supportive role throughout her illness. Her death occurred shortly after her mother, Dagmara Bain, experienced the passing of her young brother, Olaf Steinbach, marking it a period of dual bereavement for the family. Zuza was born on September 9, 2011 and spent most of her life undergoing intensive cancer treatment while building a large online following focused on health advocacy. And that is it from the entertainment world. Goskift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
And lastly, on today's bulletin, Super Eagles striker Terry Murphy could not prevent Nice from stumbling in League One as Brest proved too strong, handing his side to top the fifth. Let's join our sport correspondent Freeman Osawe on this and more from the sports stories.
Super Eagles striker Terry Murphy's violent effort and a well-taken goal were little more than a front note in a comprehensive defeat as Brest delivered a stunning 4-1 performance, proving too good for a listless Nice side in a one-sided League One encounter. What was expected to be a tight tactical battle between two top-half teams quickly devolved into a nightmare for the visitors, whose defense was torn to shreds by Brest's relentless attacking force. Just when Nice seemed to be finding their rhythm, a second Brest first goal arrived, 3 minutes later, a cruel blow that highlighted the visitors' disorganization at the back. It was a sight of things to come as Brest attackers moved with a fluidity that Nice simply couldn't match. Robert Lewandowski staying patient about new substitute role. Barcelona overturned the first half deficit to claim a 3-1 win at Rio Oviedo, with Robert Lewandowski making a decisive impact off the bench. The striker remains patient over his substitute role but continues to find the net, while Hansi Flick's tactical tweaks and substitutes, including Frankie de Jong, proved crucial in securing the comeback. Polish international Lewandowski once again demonstrated his value as a super hot sub, scoring 5 minutes after entering the pitch. The striker met Frankie de Jong's perfectly timed header with a precise flicked effort that gave Barcelona the lead. Despite being eased back into match triumph after preseason injury issues, Lewandowski has now scored 3 goals off the bench this season, having netted a double against Valencia. It is a big change for the Hitman, who is adapting to a new role as a substitute. Fenke Boyle on Sydney McLaughlin Leveron's 100-meter world title. Following an historic performance by the Sydney McLaughlin Leveron at the Tokyo 2025 World Championships, fierce hurdling rival Femke Boyle opened up on her feelings after why she could love to race her toughest competitor, Agagai. Dutch hurdling queen Femke Boyle is optimistic about racing her fierce rival, Sydney McLaughlin Leveron, again in the 400-meter hurdles after the American star switched event this year and won the 400-meter world title in Tokyo. The duo, who have been the most dominant forces in the women's 400-meter hurdles even in the past 4 years, saw their rivalry take a pause this year when McLaughlin Leveron decided to face a new challenge by switching to the 400-meter. And that's it on Sport News. Thanks for watching. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
And that is the size of a news package for tonight. Many thanks for joining us on BeeTv Major News. I am Evelyn Isabelle. Thank you and have a good night.